My name is John. The year I turned 22, my father had a new girlfriend and she was not a good person. The whole situation became a lesson in keeping your composure. Even when someone is trying to take what is yours. It all came to a head on a cold afternoon in London, in the galley of my own residence. I didn't elevate my voice when she said it. I need your quarters. You'll have to relocate. She didn't waver. She assumed I would falter, perhaps weep, or maybe bellow. But I did none of that. I simply stared at her, my dad's fiancée, pregnant, self-satisfied, standing in my galley as if she owned the air itself. The blade in my grasp wasn't for her. It was for the shallots. I continued my slicing. I had been in this position before, watching someone overstep a boundary they weren't even aware existed until they were halfway across it. The difference this time was that I had already prepared the snare. When my father first told me he was seeing someone, I genuinely wanted to be delighted for him. He'd been alone for years. She arrived all gentle grins and flattering chuckles, brushing his arm as if it were an instinctual action. She informed me I was like the younger sister she never had. I told her this dwelling had been in my possession since my mother passed away. She grinned even wider. That's shrewd. You're a clever girl. I should have recognized the signs right then. At first she was tolerable. She cooked meals, kept him occupied, and didn't meddle with me. But after a few months, the atmosphere shifted. She began suggesting modifications to the abode, rearranging furnishings, hinting that my suite was too large for just one individual. Then one evening my father announced they had momentous news. She was pregnant. He radiated like a man given a fresh opportunity at life. I smiled for him, not for her. The fissures appeared gradually. My father began yielding to her on every matter. Finances, itineraries, even the maintenance I typically managed. She had her mobile phone affixed to her palm, tapping out rapid, cryptic communication. I didn't care until the day I overheard them in the sitting room. She needs to be self-sufficient, she whispered. This dwelling is wasted space for her. She's my daughter, Dad murmured. She's a grown-up, she said, her tone becoming sharper. We'll need her quarters for the infant. I stood in the corridor, perfectly motionless, absorbing every utterance, and I concluded right there that she would regret underestimating me. The initiative commenced discreetly. I did not confront them. I did not forewarn her. I simply contacted my legal advisor. Yes, my legal advisor, the one I had retained since my mother bequeathed me this residence. We reviewed the property deed. It was as clear as crystal. My abode. No shared ownership. No loopholes. Next, I implemented some enhancements, surveillance cameras, intelligent locks, and an upgraded security system that only I controlled. Then I went to the financial institution and established a trust, with every monetary resource inextricably linked to me, till impossible for Dad to access without my signature. I waited. 2 months later, she cornered me in the galley. The bulge in her abdomen was undeniable now. You should start packing, she said, tilting her head as if offering a kindness. I looked at her slowly. Packing? Yes, she said impatiently. We'll need your quarters for the nursery. My knife continued its motion. Slice, slice, this is my abode, I said softly. She chuckled, a short, patronizing noise. Well, it's your dad's, and soon mine too. You can't expect a baby to sleep in that minuscule guest room. I put the blade down, dried my hands. You should have checked the public records before making presumptions, I said. Her grin wavered. The confrontation transpired more swiftly than she anticipated. The next morning, I had my legal counsel send her an official declaration. She had 30 days to vacate my property, addressed to her personally. My father stormed into my room, his face flushed. What on earth is this? It's a lawful eviction, I said. She's not on the title, and neither are you. This house is mine. His mouth parted but no words came out. She attempted to regain control. You can't do this. I'm pregnant. I can and I will. You tried to force me out of my own place. You lose. The aftermath was beautiful in its quietness. She stopped speaking to me entirely. My father attempted to negotiate, asked if they could at least remain until the baby arrived. I reminded him of the surveillance, the trust, the fact that the legal document had my name in ink and theirs was conspicuously absent. When the removal van arrived, she refused to look at me. I stood at the entryway, watching every container depart. The nursery she'd envisioned remained empty. My room was untouched. After they departed, the dwelling felt more expansive, purer, like it could breathe again. My father calls. Sometimes we converse, but not about her. The baby was born somewhere else. Not my concern. Do I feel remorseful? No, I didn't force her into this. She strolled into my existence and assumed she could seize what was mine. Now, when I stand at the threshold of my room, I think about the moment she told me to leave, about the arrogant twist of her lips, about the knife in my hand, stable, deliberate. She believed she was moving me out. She never comprehended that I had already removed her from my mind the instant she spoke those words. Some individuals believe retaliation must be loud and dramatic, but the most effective revenge is tranquil, it is lawful, and it leaves them contemplating the precise moment they were defeated.